Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So the NBA offseason and the draft and trade season is essentially over with, at least for the vast majority of it. That is until the Pistons, trade for James Harden and Giannis. With that being said, though, man, the NBA season is just around the corner already, guys. Like, preseason basketball starts within 2 weeks. I, for one, cannot wait for it. Especially, getting to see the young guys and the rookies, all those dudes out there, man. See what they got for the league, right? But with that being said, man, there's plenty of players in the NBA that are out of their prime, that are still good role players, or, man, they're just still solid NBA players, but they used to be the top dogs out there, man. Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, players like that. So for today's video, what we're going to do is the annual putting one player on every single NBA team back in their prime and seeing essentially how it affects the NBA. Now, before we get going on today's video, let me know in the comment section below if there's one guy you can put in the prime on your favorite team, who would it be and why, or just who would it be if you don't feel like typing out a damn paragraph, guys. This ain't no discussion board, guys. This ain't no, online learning out there, man. This is a Crispy Flakes video, man. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Also, if you don't mind dropping that like and, of course, subscribing if you are new to the channel. So, yeah, the way I did this is essentially the title of the video, man. I put one player on every single team back in the prime. Now, in some cases, there just wasn't a choice, so I put one player on the team, back at a point of where they played really good basketball. I'll kind of explain that when that one kind of pops up and stuff, man. But here we go. Let's get going on. This is going to show you guys the rosters real quick here that we're kind of rolling with, man. Starting off with not the Milwaukee Bucks, not the Washington Wizards, the Philadelphia 76ers. So obviously it's got to be Dwight Howard, which, I mean, why is his head so chopped off like that, man? Damn, they got that damn Joel Embiid's shoulder, just Dwight's head peeping out, bro. But no, straight up, it doesn't make sense from a rotation standpoint. We just got rid of the tall ass ball from the 76ers, but who else was they going to pick, man? Danny Green? No. Dwight Howard. So Joel Embiid, who can kind of shoot threes, will be at the power forward position. For the Milwaukee Bucks, had to go with their newest addition, Jrue Holiday, guys. This is the best version right here, the prime version from the All-Pelicans team, 86 overall. Just a very underrated player, man. Throughout his entire NBA career, should be a great addition for this Bucks squad. For the Bulls, they didn't really add anybody, unfortunately, man. Garrett Temple in his prime is still a 2 overall player. So I had to go with Thaddeus Young. He's the only guy on this team that was once a better player than what he is right now. So yeah, Thaddeus Young. He is actually an 82 overall, but I put him at small forward so Laurie could start out there. So yeah, he's close to an 82 overall, but 84 overall. This is from his 76er days. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, had to go with thick boy Kevin Love, man, from the T-Wolves. Yes, Kevin Love's actually supposed to be gaining weight right now because they are going to try to run him a little bit at the center position. So I like the idea of that because big boy Kevin Love, when he was on the T-Wolves, was an absolute beast. We all know that, man. For the Boston Celtics, was once again, not a lot of great options out there. So I went with the Charlotte Hornets, Kemba Walker. So obviously, Kemba Walker took a little bit of a step back last season, scoring-wise, as he's the new point guard. The Celtics have plenty of other scorers around him. But this is the version from the Hornets that could get you damn 25 points a game, right? For the LA Clippers, guys, I was deciding between Serge Ibaka and Paul George. Had to go with that MVP, top 5 MVP version, I should say, of the OKC Thunder, Paul George. This is actually the one from the Pacers. He was rated a little bit higher, which doesn't make sense. How is it that you have your best season on the Thunder, but the best version of you is on the Pacers? Don't really know, man, but that's 2K for you, right? But yeah, had to go with him. Just a good, consistent Paul George is what this Clippers team needs very, very deeply. Serge Ibaka also, the way he plays basketball now is actually a bit better for this team as opposed to how he played on the OKC Thunder when he was an 86 overall. That was more a mid-range shooting play on the inside, shot blocking type of Serge. This one kind of shoots threes. For the Grizzlies, guys, was 0 choices. So I mean, Jonas Valanciunas was an 83 overall. There was a point for the Memphis Grizzlies where he was putting up 20 points and 14 rebounds per game. So I upped his rating a little bit. That's the best I could do. Sorry to say, man, there was literally no options. I mean, Grayson Allen, we've seen the best of Grayson Allen, haven't we, guys? Okay, for the Atlanta Hawks, I went with Rajon Rondo, man. I love the idea of Rondo, headband Rondo, I should say, as the point guard of this team, and then Trae Young just focusing solely on scoring the basketball. Of course, Rondo, in this case, would do all the playmaking and leadership stuff like that, man, so that's kind of cool. I guess I could have went with Gallinari, but he's actually playing some of his best basketball already. So yeah, Rondo, to me, was the no-doubt choice in this case. For the Miami Heat, guys, I went with Andre Iguodala. Probably going to be actually playing power forward for this team, though. That's just kind of how I see him in today's NBA. This is the 76ers version, extremely athletic man, AI 2.0. That was towards the tail end of Allen Iverson's career. And Andre Iguodala, who was drafted for the 76ers, was kind of taking over. So I went with him. I mean, I guess I could have went with like a Avery Bradley, would have been a little interesting. Obviously, you know, Udonis Haslem, but Iguodala, man, he was a beast back in the day. Still is. For the Charlotte Hornets, went with a prime Gordon Hayward from the Utah Jazz. This season, he made the All-Star team. This is going to be nice for the squad, obviously, because he's healthy, ready to go. And, yeah, that's essentially it. For the Utah Jazz, I mean, once again, not like a lot of great choices, so I had to go with the one with last year, which was a prime Mike Conley. This team is just like a good, consistent Mike Conley away from really doing some damage in that Western Conference, but last year we did not really get to see that. Later in the season, he was a bit better, but for the most part, Mike Conley was kind of, you know, not the same that we all have come to know and love over the course of his NBA career. For the Sacramento Kings, I went with the prime Hassan Whiteside. This is the version from the Miami Heat, you know, an 88 overall player. Essentially, Hassan Whiteside is still that same player. It's just the difference between him, you know, then and him now is he just, sometimes he tries, sometimes he doesn't. When he doesn't try, he's like an 80 overall. When he tries, he's a damn 88 overall, right, guys? I guess I could have went like a Harrison Barnes or somebody like that, but I thought for the most part, this was probably the right way to go, the newest signing to the team. For the New York Knicks, once again, not like a lot of great, I mean, you know, if you're a big-time veteran out there, you're a ring chase or something like that, you're not going with the Knicks to ring chase, right? So they got a lot of like old prime players. I went with Julius Randle. This is the version from, you know, like right around here where he was looking pretty promising, pretty efficient. It was like lasted for a season, and then he became, you know, not as good on the Knicks, kind of a ball stopper and stuff. But yeah, that's the version I went with, man. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Lakers, Marc Gasol, man. Yes, sir, 93 overall. This is from the all-time Grizzlies team right here. Essentially, to me, man, this guarantees the Lakers going to win this video. This team pretty much already wins a lot of simulations, so this just kind of nails it for us right here. But yeah, man, for the Orlando Magic, not a lot of great choices, so I went with Rookie of the Year. Yes, Rookie of the Year, Michael Carter-Williams, triple-double machine, man. He was a beast for like, I don't know, like half a season. For the Dallas Mavericks, not a lot of great choices, but I went with the finals Dallas Mavericks, JJ Barea. You guys remember, he was actually a big part of that team. Spark off the bench, so in this case, he's just going to be a scoring machine, guys, for the Dallas Mavericks. For the Brooklyn Nets, I went with a prime DeAndre Jordan. Lob City, you know, Jordan out there, going to play all nicely off of Kyrie and Kevin Durant. For the Denver Nuggets, prime Paul Millsap, used him last year. Best choice out there, man. Literally the perfect power forward alongside Jokic, just kind of aging out of the NBA, right? For the Pacers, I went with a prime all-star Victor Oladipo. Hopefully he can return to that form this upcoming NBA season. I think he will. For the Pelicans, I went with prime JJ Redick. They don't really got much for shooting guards, although they traded away Drew Holiday, so they just need a sharpshooter at that 2 spot. They'll be good to go. For the Pistons, the only way this team makes the playoffs in simulation, guys, is if prime Derrick Rose, MVP Derrick Rose can just take over. That's our only hope out there, man. Of course, we got Blake Griffin out there doing things, Jeremy Grant. For the Raptors, this one, they literally had nobody to choose from. So there was like a month span last season on the Phoenix Suns where Aaron Baines is really good. He was playing like an A2 overall player. So I put him back to that. That's what they need. They need, you know, their new centers to kind of step up, right? For the Houston Rockets, prime Boogie Cousins, man. This is going to be sick out here if he can actually return to that form in real life. But yes, that's the trio. You add the shooters of Christian Wood, Eric Gordon. Watch out for this team in the simulation. For the Spurs, a prime Memphis Grizzlies, Rudy Gay. If you know, man. This guy was a beast on the Grizzlies back in the day. You know, on the Sacramento Kings, Toronto Raptors for a little bit. Yes, sir. For the Phoenix Suns, CP3. Best backcourt in the NBA right here, guys. Well, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson still exist, but still, man. And Damian Lillard. No. I think this backcourt's better than Damian and CJ, in my opinion, man. For the OKC Thunder, prime Al Horford. He's a dude on the team. Yes, sir. For the Timberwolves, I went with a prime Ricky Rubio. This is from the from the all-time T-Wolves version, 85 overall, man. So yeah, he was that at some point in his NBA career. Probably around like, I can't really like pinpoint. He was never a good scorer, but you know, probably around like right here or something, getting the steals, the assists, the rebounds. So he'll be a nice addition. Definitely help push the tempo of this team. For the Trailblazers, had to go with Carmelo Anthony, man. 95 overall. This team's going to be sick. Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green, 89 overall version. I'm thinking that we're all hoping he returns to that. We all know he's a guy that's kind of a product of the Warriors system, which isn't a bad thing. Like, he's the perfect guy for that system. But yeah, he's currently a 79 overall, so 89 overall is the way to go. And for the Washington Wizards, guys, we do have John Wall Prime on this team out here. So as far as like the team that I want to follow in this simulation, it was really intriguing, man. We got some really good choices out here. I think essentially, there's so many I want to choose from, right? I think I'm going to go ahead and check out... I think I got to see how Dwight Howard does on the 76ers. So it's the first team anyway, man. So yes, let's go ahead and get going on the simulation of the season. And yeah, let me just talk real quick here as we go through the simulation. I love that I can like simulate now and just talk to you guys, not to do like a jump cut, because it's like, hey, simulation's so quick. So simulate through date. But no, man, so in my opinion, like that point in the basketball timeline when a guy like, it's so weird. Like, what makes a player not great anymore? I think I guess I don't really know how to say it. What's it called, man? It's not dating Mother Nature. Father Time. Is Father Time and Mother Nature, are they dating? I don't really know, man. So, but no, Father Time obviously is kind of what slows down NBA players, and which makes LeBron James absolutely so amazing, right? I just think eventually that, also I think a big time killer is trades. Because sometimes, I think the prime example here would be like Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol was a cornerstone of the Memphis Grizzlies team, went to the Toronto Raptors, and I still think he was as good as his Memphis Grizzlies days. It's just his role was limited. So by being traded, sometimes you are looked upon no longer to be the guy, just a guy on the team, right? A big part of the team still. That's kind of how he's going to be on the Lakers and stuff. But sometimes that kind of kills it. Obviously, injuries is a big time, just deflectant of a player being in their prime anymore. I think a good example of that we are probably going to see, unfortunately, is Klay Thompson. Obviously, even like Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose still puts up big numbers sometimes, but he's no longer seeked upon as like the cornerstone of a franchise, right? As he was on the Chicago Bulls many years ago. So long ago, guys. I feel like I'm getting old. But yeah, so that's just kind of my definition of when a player goes from prime to not prime, right? 76ers in this simulation did fantastic, 60-21. So apparently the big ass ball does work in this version of 2K. LeBron James MVP. Yeah, that team probably did not lose a single game. Here's all the other awards. We got All NBA first. Dwight Howard making that as the center of the team. All NBA second. We got Chris Paul and All NBA third with Carmelo Anthony. So I was just kind of focusing on players that obviously were put into their prime for this video. So we got Lakers, Phoenix, Clippers, Pelicans, Utah, Golden State, Portland, Houston. And then we got Philly, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Miami, Orlando, Brooklyn, Boston, and the Atlanta Hawks. No Detroit Pistons, man. I'm never going to see my team in the simulation ever again, or in the playoffs, I should say. Let's go to the player stats on the season, though, and just kind of scroll through. Damn, man. Bro, look at that front court. That is some old school basketball, right? Yo, is he shooting threes? Hell no, he better not have been. Okay, man, that actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. 30 points, 15 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Yes, sir. Bucks looking like this. Drew Holiday, very good season. Thaddeus Young did his thing. Kevin Love with the double-double out there like he does. Coming back to his scoring ways. Paul George, not MVP numbers, but still hella good numbers. Exactly the type of numbers he has to put up. Jonas was fine. Hawks with Rondo, 16 points, 11 assists. Exactly the type of numbers I think he would actually put up. Iguodala, brought the all-around game like he has throughout his career. Gordon Hayward back to his Utah Jazz days. Mike Conley, really good season. Hassan Whiteside did things. Okay. I'll scroll a little bit quicker right here. Yo, Marc Gasol. Damn, they actually had 4 players averaging 19 plus. And they still got Montrezl Harrell off the bench. Yeah, this team's going to win it all for sure in this video. Yo, that's actually kind of what he was doing his rookie season. Michael Carter Williams. Mavericks, JJ Barea is the third leading scorer. DeAndre Jordan, double-double. Throwing some shots back. Okay. Victor Oladipo, good numbers. Not quite all-star numbers if you ask me. JJ Redick, third leading scorer. Okay. Derrick Rose, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Yes, sir. Aaron Baines, 14 points, 10 rebounds. So, fit out pretty nicely as that new starting center. DeMarcus Cousins, 20 and 13. That's kind of what I would expect on that team. Rudy Gay leading scorer. No surprises there. CP3, Devin Booker backcourt. You laugh, man, but you probably didn't laugh. There was not actually a joke right there, man. But if you did laugh, you didn't laugh. 23 points, 4 rebounds, 11 assists. I could actually see CP3 doing that in real life next season. So it's not too far off. His game has aged very well. 25 for Al Horford? I guess when the next best player is like TJ Leaf, then yeah, you're probably going to get some shots out there, right? Rubio, pushed the tempo like we said he would. Melo, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. I'm going to say straight up, guys, the simulation for All-Stars this year is way better for prime players like this. Last year you had to mess with tendencies to do all that stuff, but this time it's actually pretty dang realistic. So yeah, that's it for that. Let's get going on the simulation. I'm going to say Philly Lakers in the finals, guys. The 2 number 1 seeds. I don't really see anybody beating those guys out, but sometimes the 8 seed does upset people. CP3 gone with the Suns. What seed were they? I guess they were the 8th or something. Weren't they? Magic are gone. Yeah, they were the 8th seed. Yeah, Magic with Michael Carter. They were the 3rd seed. Wow. Didn't really expect that. All right, same with the rest of the round. We got the Heat are gone, Celtics gone, Cavaliers gone, Portland gone, Utah Jazz gone, Pelicans gone. So we got Lakers, Clippers, Golden State, Houston, Philly, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and Atlanta. So we got some, you know, some of the lower seeds upsetting the higher seeds, which come playoff time, man, that prime experience, you know, those veterans out there makes a big time difference. All right, similar to this next one, we got the Clippers are gone, Hawks are gone, Bucks gone, and Rockets are gone. So Golden State with Draymond, Dynasty, Lakers, Philly, and the Brooklyn Nets simulate round right here. And going to the finals, the 76ers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Like I predicted, man, it was not really a hot take. Simulate round, who's going to win it? There we have it, man. Another video, another Lakers victory. I mean, when I was making this roster, I knew 100%. I was like, yeah, they're going to win. I mean, you already have LeBron, AD. You add on a prime Marc Gasol, who won Defensive Player of the Year. I'm pretty sure he won Defensive Player of the Year, and he wasn't even on the All-NBA team or All-NBA first team. But it's really weird. I don't really get how that works. But yeah, man, that is the video, guys. That is the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you don't mind dropping that like, subscribing if you're new to the channel, man. And let me know in the comment section below, guys. You know, December's coming around, man. You know, Christmas, 30 days of Christmas out there. Some of you trying to post every single day. So if you guys got any video ideas you want to see, let me know in that comment section below. But thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.